What is the deal, YouTube? I'm I. Welcome to the channel. Like always, if you're new here, please think about hitting that sub button for me. If you're a hip hop head, you love this shit just like I do, you're in the right place. Today I got an album review of Eminem's surprise 11th studio album, Music to Be Murdered By. So I found out about the album after I was scrolling through IG a bit, and one of my boys had posted the cover art for the album on the story. So I'm like, alright, that's cool, a picture of M in a hat, with a shovel. It was cool, and I just searched M's name to see what it came up, what was going on, and all of a sudden I see the surprise album. I was very excited. He did the same thing with the Kamikaze album, and I love that album, by the way, man. It was amazing. And if this is how M is gonna be dropping these albums from now on, I'm all for it as long as he stay on that Godzilla shit, you feel me? The album was inspired by a cat named Alfred Hitchcock, who was a famous English film director who also put out an album in 1958 called Music to Be Murdered By as well. I wanted to know what his music sounded like, but it's not really music, it's him just kind of telling a scary ass story, you feel me? This new M album is pretty deep, man. I ain't even gonna front. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be like that because, like, just by the whole theme of the album, right? Like the gun to the head, the shovel, I thought it was gonna have some type of horrorcore thing going on, and it wasn't like that at all, man. Like, as you listen to the album, you get the feeling like M is thankful for all of the heartaches he went through before rap popped off, especially because it helped his future, right? It helped him get to where he is today. He's also understanding now that he won't be able to please everybody, right? He has to stay in his own lane and know that it's all about staying true to the craft, right? And continuing to keep your foot on these people's necks no matter what. The most powerful song on this album, in my opinion, was the Stepdad song. Most people may disagree and say Darkness was, but I'm going the other way with it. Like, Stepdad was a song about how horrible his stepdad was to him and his mother. They would live in constant fear, not knowing what was going to happen on a daily basis. I feel like more people would relate to Stepdad more than Darkness because the chances of being involved in a mass shooting is about 1 in 2 million, while domestic violence happens way more often. Obviously in the United States, people are like in love with guns and shit, so the chances of the crazy shootings happening are slightly higher, but still, man, Darkness was a really good song, don't get it twisted at all. I'm talking from the perspective of Stephen Paddock, the dude responsible for the 2017 Las Vegas shooting. I felt that, especially because I live in Vegas. So like, I remember how crazy, how f***ed up that was, man. So I want you guys like also to get in the comment section, just let me know, how do you feel about guns? Are you pro guns or not? It's our Second Amendment, like, it's a very complicated question, but I still want to know what you guys think about it. I would say that on this album, my favorite song was either Lock It Up featuring Anderson .Paak or Godzilla featuring Juice WRLD, R.I.P. Like, I listened to those songs so many times, man, it was ridiculous. Like, Shady was spazzing, man, you feel me? M is universally recognized as having one of the best pens in the game, but on this album, I noticed how crazy his hook game was, like on the Stepdad song, hey, my stepdad, and on the Lock It Up song, you got to have to reach back and lock it, I like, that wasn't M, but like Anderson .Paak killed it. Like, even the songs on here that like I wasn't really feeling, the hooks were still crazy. Like, I don't think I've ever heard an M album that was that fluid, especially hook wise, There's 20 tracks on this album, and like, it had way more like features than Kamikaze had. Like, you got Young Ma, on here, you got Royce, White Gold, Ed Sheeran, Juice WRLD, R.I.P., Skylar Grey, Q-Tip, Black Thought, Mr. Porter, Anderson .Paak, and Don Toliver. But the feature that took me back and really made me remember how sick these guys were and still are today was the Slaughterhouse feature, man. Like, on the song I Will. They were all just trying to outdo each other lyrically, just like old times, really trying to establish that respectful, competitive aspect of the craft. Joe Budden was the only one who wasn't on the track because obviously him and M ain't really rocking with each other like that, and Joe's supposed to be retired, but it still would have been dope to have Joe on there, you feel me? Overall, I'm gonna give this album a 10 out of 10. There wasn't much negatives like I can say about the album except for the fact that it was a surprise album. Kind of threw me off a bit, but I still loved it. And most of the topics, like, you guys will resonate with them big time, man, because it wasn't just M talking about just how nice he was, you feel me? I was very happy to also see Dr. Dre on the album doing his thing because I don't believe he was on the Kamikaze album at all. The production was pretty good to me. There wasn't a lot of beats that were bad on here, man. Like, it's not difficult at all to impress me. Just show me how well you can rap or sing, and I want to see that you care and you're talking about something, right? Like, I give plenty of love and respect to all the people out there, male and female, that really get busy. You heard me? Like, that's it. I want to thank you guys so much for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at I'm Hurrikane Isaac 95. I'm Power. Ghost.